And how do you make a reception
Glamorous.
In other words, ceremony. How do you make your ceremony glamorous? Because let's face it, before the ceremony starts, everybody is seated, unless you're outdoors or, but mostly people walk in and they're seated because you're waiting for the bride and groom. So
it can be very cold, the atmosphere.
It can be cold. And so to make something glamorous is to make people feel welcome, to make something in the molecules in the air buzz a little bit, so that there's an anticipation before the bride and groom walk down the aisle. To me, the answer to glamorize your reception as you're walking through, ceremony as you're walking through, is music, 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 and being creative with that. Mm-hmm. Now, some people have even had, my friends recently had their nephews and nieces, their kids coming as a little choir and singing as so people are coming through. Because that's very individual. That's lovely.
It's individual and it's cute and it's warm. So immediately what you're doing for people when they're walking through for the ceremony, you're giving them a point to talk about.
And you're welcoming them.
That was a really good one.
I know, for you, music is really important. And I think greeters as well, at least having 3 or 4 people aside to welcome people and thank them for coming.
To people.
Yes.
It just makes it more glamorous. Like, who feels glamorous when you don't know anybody?
And you feel hesitant.
Welcome.
You feel hesitant.
Yeah.
You really feel hesitant.
So I think like little school choirs or having greeters or music or something that you can talk and interact with as you're going through, I think is really important.
And then it becomes a bonding experience because everybody's talking about the same thing, or at least it's a lead into a conversation because you have a topic, you've got a theme, you've got something to talk about, which is so nice. Apart from the fact that everybody's happy to be there and they're always asking which side of the family you're from, but this gives it another added push.
I think so.
I think that's a good idea. I like that idea.
Now, the third one is actually, what do you think, Hollis? Did you like that one? You like that one? Good. The next one we're going to talk about is literally at the reception, how to glamorize it. Now,
continue the glamorization.
Yeah, I am very sorry, but I have to say something important. I don't care who you are, what you're doing, or what you're involved with. When you go to the reception, you want to drink.
Yeah.
9.5 times out of 10, and it's the crucial moment.
Like this.
If this drink over here. Can I have one?
Yeah, I know. You look like you needed one.
Yeah. How did you know I needed like a drink?
I knew that.
You can tell. No, but seriously, you really do. But the thing is, it's time to have glamour with the drinks instead of having like champagne, which everybody has.
Mimosa.
I want my mimosa. Actually, on United on the way in, do you care for a mimosa, sir? Sparkling wine? I'm like, I'll have a mimosa. My friends in Australia laugh at me because they don't believe that mimosas exist. I'm like, they exist very much so in America. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Matt Fraser, if you're watching this, hello. Anyway, here's our publicist from Foxtel Project Runway Australia. He's besotted with the concept of mimosa.
I know.
I made the flight attendant on United when I first got on in business class, and I was still on my mobile phone to actually speak to him and tell him that mimosas exist. I did.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have believed him.
But I think instead of the champagne thing, people are now going for cocktails.
They're being more innovative.
Michelle, I was at a wedding a few weeks ago and there were cappuccino martinis waiting.
Oh, how fast?
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Oh, that's so great.
It was so cool. What they did was, and they had coffee in them and coffee beans and little espresso shots, and they were literally at the bar making the martinis.
I love it.
And the cappuccino, and it was phenomenal. Yeah. It was, and gives you, and you're not going to break the ice straight away.
Yeah.
Or like if you're doing a tropical thing, then you can have the mojitos. Or if you're, just think a little bit beyond.
Yes. Or even it can be even the colour. I've seen these blue drinks and these, making it feel luscious.
What is that?
I have no idea. I
Cassis
don't drink,
or something.
so I have no idea.
No, cassis or something. But it doesn't matter.
Idea.
But I think it's, people are starting to create their receptions as almost like a club feeling as well.
It's a signature as well for the couple. Because sometimes a bride may have met the groom at a bar somewhere, or they may have been somewhere, and it recreates. It doesn't really matter where or how, but it just is such a nice thing again. It's another element that adds to your wedding.
I mean, think about what is glamorous when you go to a nightclub or when you go to a special restaurant or when you go somewhere that's a little bit different, where you're paying a lot of money. What it is you're going in there, it's like, oh my God, it's like decadent. It's decadence.
Right.
That's what it's about.
That is it.
Also, by the way, chocolate martinis are something out of control.
Yum.
It's the decadence of it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have to be quantities. You don't have to have a million different drinks.
That's right.
It's a signature drink that can really go, oh my God, it's decadent, it's flamboyant, it's a little excessive, but at the end of the day, it's not costing you an arm and leg because you're not trying to cover everything.
And it's not something
I'm excited thinking about it.
Oh my God, those
cappuccino
or do every
martinis.
day. Was that yummy?
Oh my God.
I like the chocolate one.
Oh, no,
The chocolate one sounds
the
great.
cappuccino, and it makes it memorable.
Yes.
It absolutely does. It adds a
It's
signature
the
onto it.
signature.
Yeah.
It's the signature.
So I think
we've covered that one.
Well, I could talk about the martinis for a long time, but you're not going to let me.
But I think also, my other thing about that is that it gives a level of energy. Henry, don't drink from the side of your mouth like that. Henry, Lillian and I go crazy when you do that. Henry, it's not very nice.
All right, go on, what?
It gives it a level of energy. Also, when you have something a little bit different, it really, a reception is somewhat of an entertainment.
At the same wedding, by the way,
gathering.
they had cappuccino martinis. And they had little tapas. And it was just like, this is cool. It sets the tone. It's glamorous.
No, it's great.
When I think about it. When I think about it, it's amazing. Okay.
Now
so, hold on.
Yes?
Is everybody with us? Are you all with us? Yes, good.
I think so.
We hope what we're trying to do here is just make you think a little bit more about focusing in on key signature elements of your wedding. Are we right? Are we all with each other?
Correct.
Should I have a deep breath? Breathing in and out. Okay. Now, the next one is, and this is a very important topic.
Well, this one
very
really,
important.
I feel very strongly about, and I think it's because of our tradition. The tradition in Australia is very much about speeches at weddings. In America, there are speeches at weddings, but in Australia, it's a huge.
Well, everywhere, all around the world, anyway.
But
speeches happen.
It's big.
Speeches happen.
And I think at a wedding, the level of speeches sometimes is a little bit street, and it doesn't raise the element of where we are, who we are with, what we're gathered for, and it becomes a little bit like gutter humour. And I think there's a time and a place for that.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
No, but it's true.
No, that's a bit harsh.
I love humour.
You've been watching too much Bridezillas.
No, I don't watch Bridezilla.
I do.
You watch Bridezilla?
It's a bit scary.
Is it? Okay, but it doesn't matter.
Anyone can take a camera on people and edit it down to make anybody look nasty. Even you and I could be made to look nasty. That whole premise of Bridezillas drives me insane.
Okay, but we're not going to talk about that.
It really does. No. I'm anti that. And I'm allowed to be anti things.
I agree, because I don't like
I think that's
negative stuff.
insane, that whole thing. It's tabloid, exploitation.
People love it because they want to.
I'd watch it.
No, because they.
But I'm in enough to know that anybody could be made to feel and to look stupid like that.
I know.
Even you and I.
Well,
never you. But definitely me.
I think.
But you know what I mean. But anyway,
I do.
so okay.
I do know.
No, I think Guthrie,
but do you know what I'm saying about the speeches?
I think
a clever speech, even if it's short, where you raise.
Well, there's a way of doing that.
People that you're talking about.
I think there's a way of doing that because it's like, obviously, for those of us who are watching in the free world, because if you're not watching in the free world, you're not watching this, but if you're allowed to watch this, then normally we assume we are in the free world, and if you're in the free world, then basically you can't censor somebody from talking. You're invited.
It's not about censoring.
Yeah, but. So, the way around it, I think, is that I think what we're trying to say is to make this glamorous and to have a keynote. I think it's really important for people, for the bride and the groom on both sides, to make people aware that this is not a Saturday night at a bar. This is not people getting together watching football with popcorn where any kind of, fun talk can happen.
Which is fine.
But this happens to be a wedding.
Because remember, it's being videographed as well.
Yeah,
it's for forever and ever that people are going to see this.
I don't think I don't personally think that is a problem for the bride and the groom just to talk to the respective people talking and just say, look, we're not telling you not, but those stories about what people don't really want to hear.
I know.
About what this person did to that person. Or
past loves, unless it has some.
I just don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's glamorous.
No.
And I don't think it's needed. And to whose expense is this?
Exactly.
So I think it's very valid to be able to say, we're trying to keep a tone here. We adore you, we love you, but we really don't want to hear about your memories of our past loves or our past indiscretions or who we've said about what or whatever, keep it at a level.
Take the high road.
Always
take the high road, whether it's in speeches or toast.
Otherwise, it cheapens it.
It does. It does.
And let me tell you, it's not a good aftertaste with your martinis if you're hearing these stories. And it's just like, so. And also, I think it's more than that. It's okay. Say some people get that joke, but unless everyone's getting it, there's going to be people there that are embarrassed or insulted or take it the wrong way.
Also, you've got a wide range of age groups there.
Right.
You've got different family members. You've got new family members.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot. You just don't want to embarrass people.
No.
You just don't.
No. So it's certainly not glamorous, and it's certainly not elegant or sophisticated.
No.
And who's to say you're not going to have fun? That's cool. But that's what I think.
I agree.
Yep.
I think we're both agreed on that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.